Well, hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. We've got a great show again, as usual, for you on this Friday, April 28th of 2017. My name is Pete Connor. I'm your show's host. And we will be here with our guests, City Administrator Chris Bussey and Stacy Wilson, one of the managers, owners of the Masters Bar and Grill, which is located at Brooktree Golf Course. We'll talk more about all of that coming up. And then also Brenda Bednar will be with us of Brenda Bednar Mortgage. And we'll talk about housing things, I'm sure, when we get to that interview. But before all of that, we want to talk about our sponsors, which is what we do on Fridays, is to highlight them. We have premier sponsors made up of the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities. Our primary sponsors are Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Anytime Fitness, Fairway Foods, the Little Theater of Owatonna, and Owatonna Foundation. And our interlude sponsors made up of Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Cedar Valley Services, Glenn Mager and Michael Mager of the Brick Mager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Carlson Branstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care, Owatonna Area Business Development Center, and the Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Video Productions, Tri-M Graphics, and TPS Insurance. And we hope that you support these wonderful sponsors of Owatonna Today. And when you see them out and around, please say thanks for their sponsorship. If you know of people who might be good sponsors, why don't you let them know that we're interested in talking with them. We can be reached at 507-390-5751, and they can speak with Leanne Alt, who is our producer. We will now move on to a quick break from some of those sponsors with messages, and so we'll be right back after that. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use, and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, I'm Betsy Linger from the Owatonna Foundation. Your generosity has made Owatonna a better place to live by benefiting our community, the arts, recreation, and education. Please consider a donation today. The Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Deidre and I play Margaret.
And I'm Michelle and I play a flapper in LTO's current production of Much Ado About Nothing, directed by Jeffrey Jackson.
Performances of Much Ado About Nothing will be held Friday and Saturday, April 21st and 22nd at 7:30 p.m., with the matinee on Sunday, April 23rd at 2 o'clock p.m.
And again the following Friday and Saturday, April the 28th and April the 29th at 7:30, with another matinee on Sunday, April the 30th at 2 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at littletheaterofowatonna.org.
Don't miss LTO's production of Much Ado About Nothing.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. Welcome to Chris Bussey, our city administrator, and also to Stacy Wilson, who is an owner/manager of Masters, the Masters Bar and Grill.
Correct.
Is that how we say it?
Yes.
At Brooktree. So we're going to talk about the dining opportunities that are there for golfers and non-golfers alike, I suspect.
Exactly.
And so we'll get to that here in just a little bit. But before we move in that direction, Chris, maybe just a quick, springtime always brings things, you know, we get to be more active. You
Absolutely.
know, plows are off of trucks.
Yes, for once.
Yeah,
for,
we
now,
hope.
for the season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So what kind of highlights are underway right now that you might recount for us?
Well, spring is a busy time for the city, and you know everyone wants to get out and go check out the trails and the parks. There's new programs that we'll be kicking off, new and old programs that are popular, like the Munchkin Market. We had that just recently, and there will be parties in the park and just a whole host of things for folks to do.
Sure, everybody wants to get out now. Winter, forever long it is, it's long.
Oh, exactly.
We want to get out, yeah. To say nothing about wanting to get out and play golf for a lot of people. Stacy.
It's been busy out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're kind of a new kid on the block, new kids, you and Mark, your husband, as far as the operation is concerned.
We are.
How long have you been with the Masters?
Well, we just purchased the business back in March, into February, early March.
Right.
So we're just kind of getting started and getting our legs under us and getting our menu finalized. And we have some music events coming up. Of course, we have a lot of tournaments and kids golfing events. Yeah. So there's a lot going on out there.
And of course, you have some background because you also are the owners of the bagel shop.
That's right.
Old Town Bagels.
Old Town Bagels downtown.
Yeah, so you've got some food background, and that I'm sure plays well into the new venue that you're involved in.
It does.
How has it been going? So far?
It was a little slow to start with, but that's, it's all weather related with the golf course. And I think people think that you have to be a golfer to come out there, which is not true. We want you to come out and we want you to enjoy the patio, and we have a new wine and beer list and all the new menu. The menu is completely new.
Okay.
Nothing was brought from last year, so everything is brand new.
So what sorts of things will be on the menu for fair?
It's a lot of burgers, wraps, salads are really flying, appetizers. We have a very nice selection of wines, and of course beers, because beer is very popular right now, especially the IPAs and the darker beers. And I'm not a beer connoisseur, but I know that that's an important part of it as well. So, but we do have also a full bar. So if you're not a wine or beer drinker, we
soft drinks, I would guess as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure. Yeah. So if my assumption, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean this is a family affair. I mean, if
absolutely
it
is, especially the bagel shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it is a family affair for us for sure. But yes, we get a lot of families out there and kids and bikers off the trail, and so it's just a good pit stop for you if you're out on the trails and. You want to stop and have a appetizer or a glass of wine or whatever.
Lunches?
Lunches and dinner.
Dinner.
We kind of follow the hours of the golf course. So if the weather's inclement and they close early, we will probably close early as well. Because, of course, that didn't always play out last week. It seemed like the weather brought the people out, which was a surprise for us. But and as the days get longer, the kitchen will stay open later.
Okay.
So
besides your husband Mark and yourself, you have other staff as well?
Sure. We have some college kids that are coming back from last year, and then we have some new people that have never worked out there before. There's a learning curve there. We're all trying to get the routine down. And
so you're somebody is managing the kitchen, or you got obviously cooks.
We have cooks in the kitchen, absolutely, and wait staff, and Mark or I are usually out there. It's probably more likely going to be Mark, and I'm more the bagel shop side of it, but you'll see me out there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about, what plans for the future? So you're into it starting in March, so we talk about the future, but what's your vision? What do you see in the next couple of years that you'd like for the Masters Bar and Grill?
Well, we would like to grow the business, of course. We would like people that are not golfers to come out and enjoy it. We have some music events planned. If you like our Facebook at Brooktree Golf Course, we'll keep you up to date on weekend specials, food specials, drink specials, happy hour, and musical events coming up. So
what sorts of musical events might you be looking at?
We have a couple duos coming out. I know May 12th is our open house, our grand opening for the Masters Bar and Grill, and we have Ryan Gillespie and her partner Dave coming out to sing. And we'll have some food and wine beer specials, that kind of thing going on to kind of kick off the season.
Right.
And we have some other ones planned. We're trying to do about 2 per month music events out on the patio.
Okay. All right. Chris, the management of Masters is the Wilsons' purview.
Yes.
Management of the golf course is
The city's
purview. Okay. And who is handling that?
Well, that would be Mary Jo Knutson is
okay.
out there primarily, and along with the maintenance staff and everyone. And they're gearing up as well. I mean, we see. I was out. We had lunch out at Masters. Was very good, and the weather wasn't the best. But boy, there are golfers out there that have waited through the long, cold winter, and they're out there, by golly. So, it's amazing. We have some very passionate people about golf, and actually we want to grow that as well. And I know Mary Jo has a number of events and programs planned. I think last year she had Wine, Women, and Golf. You know, for folks that may be intimidated about going out onto a golf course, what's the etiquette? How do you do it? You know, I'm not very good. And so they would pair experienced golfers with not experienced golfers, and you would do 3-4 holes, and then you'd have a glass of wine, and you know, it was all just about learning and fun, and that was very popular. Okay. So we'll be doing some other interesting programs like that as well.
And so, you know, if that's the case, then she also would have the supplies, you know, golf balls and clubs and all the rest of the...
you know, the pro shop there. We still have with, you know, those necessary items that you need, and also the fun stuff of, you know, your shirts and quarter zips and jackets and all that kind of gear that you should really have.
Okay, Stacy, the people who drive the carts, the beverage carts around, are they yours or
they are Masters?
Okay. So once again, beverages, and are there food items that go on the carts as well?
There's some snack items, candy, nuts, that kind of thing. But mainly it's just drinks.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a couple spots, I think the 9th hole and the 18th hole, you can call in a Masters and order food if you want to
get it ready.
Get it ready
when you arrive.
Right, it's done, ready to go.
Yeah, nice. It's a nice thing. So far, so good.
So far, so
you guys
good.
are concerned.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah. It's fun to talk about entrepreneurship because I mean, even though you've been in food for a while, but this is new. It's a new venture, new venue for you. The idea of having food at a golf course is certainly not new, but maybe music is a little bit new. What other things might be there when you consider it as a family place?
Wow.
Just a quick, you know, visionary thought.
I guess we've just been kind of concentrating on building the business and getting the music out on the patio because it is such a wonderful patio. Yeah. It's got the nice fire pit you can sit around. We really, you know, since we just purchased the business in March and we weren't looking to purchase a business, it kind of came to us, so we really haven't thought much farther ahead than that. So. And
your core is golf. I mean, so you really got to stay. I mean, we're not going to see the horseshoe pits coming up anytime soon, or volleyball or anything like that. Kind of, you know. So it's going to be your primary group of people to serve would be golfers.
Would be golfers, but we want the non-golfers and the neighbors to come and enjoy the patio. And
excellent. Yeah. Very well.
For sure.
And I'm sure council is wanting to make sure that it's a success to the extent
absolutely
to whatever extent it can. Anything that council wants to see happen at the golf course that maybe isn't happening just yet?
You know, we want to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our golfers, our community. We want to make sure we're running our operations very efficiently and effectively. You know, that's always a concern for us and the community at large. You know, quality of life is very important to the community, and to have these amenities, I think, makes Owatonna what it is, kind of a great place to live and work, and that's what we want to offer.
I know a lot of people come into town to play golf, and now with quality food, not to say there wasn't before, but you know, a different menu and a different, you know, whole application. I think it's
and our menu's on Facebook, and our events will be posted there as well.
Wonderful. So. Well, best wishes to you.
Thank you.
And I hope it goes well over the first term of 2 years, and maybe, you know, beyond that.
Yeah, maybe we'll be there longer.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, I certainly hope so.
We'll see.
Best wishes to you, and thank you for being here with us.
Having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. And Chris, thanks again always for coming by and helping out. And I want to say thank you to all of you for being with us today. And we're going to take a break for some messages, and we'll want you to come right back. So please stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Jean Newkirk, personal banker here at Bremer Bank. Come see me today for our current retail loan specials and any of your banking needs.
And I'm Ryan Gillespie, mortgage loan officer here at Bremer Bank in Owatonna, and I'm happy to help you with all of your home loan needs. Come see us today.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Since 1988, the Owatonna Area Business Development Center has been the part of the success of many area businesses. The center leases office space and manufacturing space and offers on-site business consulting. The Owatonna Area Business Development Center is in business to help your business be a success.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And also a big welcome to Brenda Bednar of Brenda Bednar Mortgage.
Hi.
Say that fast.
Yeah,
5 times.
5 times.
Right.
It's a tongue. Yep.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, lots of things to talk about, I think, with respect to mortgages, but just a thumbnail of your business.
Yeah, I do residential mortgages, and so that just means for single-family homes or up to a 4-unit property that a person can occupy. I work for a company, American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, out of Bloomington, Minnesota-based, non-bank lender. So we're not a bank, which just means that we have the ability to lend money from more than one banking institution.
Okay, but and then that would be their deal. I mean,
Yep, and I'm an employee of them.
and they would make that money available to you as a local
Yes.
operator,
Yep.
if you will. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay. So mortgages, we suffered a bit with mortgages some years ago.
We
And,
did.
What's happened to correct that? I assume there's been some corrections.
Yeah, there's been the creation of a new government agency called the CFPB, which is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And its main goal was to regulate and apply some additional rules to the whole process.
Okay.
The outcome is unfortunately increased cost to the consumer, because increased regulation means we maybe need more people in place to dot those I's and cross those T's. We need to verify, for example, with the IRS that the W-2 income you're giving us is the same that you gave to the IRS. So things like that. Just a whole bunch of other compliance issues.
Interesting when you talk about regulation, and especially during the days of our national political or governmental scene, when there seems to be a whole lot of emphasis on let's get rid of regulation. But so far, this
the
CFPB
CFPB,
is holding.
Yeah, so far they're talking about repealing it and changing some things. It was the Dodd-Frank bill that we were part of, and the new administration is talking about eliminating some of it, as they are with other
with other things. And of course the impact of that to be seen, I guess.
Correct.
So here you are in Owatonna, and from what I read, at least, we have a housing market that's heating up.
Yes, we do.
What does that mean necessarily to buyers and to lenders?
Right. So right now we have an interesting time. We have more buyers that are pre-approved to buy homes than we have sellers willing to sell their home, and so it's creating a seller's market. So if anybody has a house that they're thinking about selling, now is the time. It also means multiple offer situations. So sometimes buyers are getting frustrated. Realtors are having to pull out all of their skills in negotiation and what can make a difference in an offer if you have multiple offers. Just things like that. So I don't think we've seen it like this.
My neighbor just sold his house. It was on the market for 6 days.
Yeah.
And he said there were at least 15 people that were showing interest in it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's almost night and day from even last fall.
Well, and I guess, if it's a problem, it becomes a heading of being a so-called good problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, the hardships that come with that are that some people are going to have to wait.
Driving prices up.
Yeah, driving prices up. Yeah.
So then, you have increased mortgage payments.
Yeah, indeed. Realtors then are going to work with you principally or as representatives of the buyer?
Representatives of the buyers and or sellers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Besides the mortgage side of the business, are there other services that you provide? home buyers, sellers?
Yeah, more to home buyers, and it just has to do with maybe someone contacts me and is interested in buying a home in the future, but they've had some prior credit issues or divorce, bankruptcy, foreclosure, short sale, anything like that. I'll walk them through the steps. You know, we'll take a look and assess their credit, walk them through the steps necessary to get their credit to the point that they want, or that we need it to be in order to get a loan. Or if they need to decrease some debt or pay off something, or just anything that's necessary to get them on the road to buying a home.
Yeah. When you look at your client base, are they second-time buyers, or are they principally going to be first-time home buyers?
I have a good mix. I think I've been doing it for about 15 years now, and so, you know, if I started out with first-time home buyers, they could be on their second or third home by now. I do new construction. I'll still spend the time with the first-time home buyers. I get, you know, joy out of each one of those transactions.
Okay. Any incentives for first-time home buyers?
As far as there's no government or, you know, tax incentives, if you will, that there used to be. But still, locally, we have a zero down program that is available to communities with less than 35,000 people.
Okay.
And that's a rural development. So that's certainly incentive if somebody's looking at renting, comparing it to the cost of buying.
Okay.
Definitely. But interest rates, despite kind of the Fed increasing the prime interest rate, they went up for a little bit, but they've come down now since the inauguration. And we're back, you know, at below 4% interest rate levels.
Right. So what would you say, you know, I mean, there's this intensity. I mean, if this fellow can sell his home in 6 days, there must be just a legion of people who are saying, what about me? Let me, you know, I'd like to get in. You know, it's just it's going to be a waiting game.
It is a waiting game, and lots of times realtors are saying that, you know, they used to be able to schedule something, but now they have to drop everything and get out there and show their customer because they have a chance of losing it.
Okay. You mentioned not only single family, but up to 4-place dwellings.
4-unit.
Okay, so that would be like double townhome or a double duplex.
Right.
Type of thing.
Yep. Or a 4-unit apartment building.
All right. And that would be a single owner of that, and then he would be or she would be
landlord.
the landlord unless lease those properties.
Right. So we can do that type of financing as an investment property or owner occupant. Not everyone wants to live in one. But so if someone wanted to buy a duplex to start investing, they could do that through us.
Okay. When we see a lot of the construction going on of large units, you know, we have some senior housing going on. We've got another one over on 18th Street that's going to be planned. Where does financing for those organizations come from typically?
That would be more a commercial lender through your local bank.
All right. Yeah. So, but to that point is you are a residential.
Yes, residential
mortgage,
only.
Okay. But the banks will also do residential.
Right.
So you're in competition with.
Right. Yeah. What we do is we kind of pride ourselves in just focusing on one area of expertise. You can't come to us for a boat loan or a car loan. We have more depth of knowledge on one particular point, which is the residential mortgages, where they may have greater breadth as opposed to depth.
It's your core, and you're sticking with your core.
Yes.
Yeah, good. What do you not like to see when it comes to having to deal with, you know, agencies, you know, obviously those that have money, government, and so forth, even buyers, potential buyers? What are some of the things that cause you some of the, you know, maybe itchy things that I'm sure happen? Anything that comes to mind?
I would say just probably, you know, if we have credit scores that are too low, it could be financial mismanagement. I really want to get people to have their ducks in a row before they take on buying a home. It's a 30-year commitment, not to be taken lightly. And it's something that you need to prepare for. It shouldn't be just hey, I think I want to buy a house. Well, let's look at all the costs associated with it, short-term and long-term. Make sure you're adequately prepared and ready to take this on.
If I'm going to have a mortgage coming from you, who owns that mortgage?
Initially, our company, American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, will fund that loan. We may opt to service it over the life of the loan, which is just the collecting of the payment, or we may decide to transfer it to a servicer, which would be another large bank that would then take over the servicing. So it just depends. We work with about 23 different banks.
It was a problem back in the early years of the 21st century, I guess. Too. 20th century, 2008 and on, that these things are being bought, sold, and people didn't really know what was going on up until the point where they found out they were in trouble.
Yeah. It's not quite done as frequently anymore because there's less of those lending institutions, but they should be. There's a law out there, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, that says that they have to be notified within 30 days prior to a change to their servicing.
Okay, very well.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to put the pause button on this one because we have to wrap up, and we're going to do that now. So thank you for being and enlightening us with a whole lot of stuff that I think is very important, especially for those viewers who might be in the market for a new place or a different place. And best wishes.
Thank you very much.
Going on. Yeah, good. And thank you for being with us for today. And we're going to be right back after some messages from our sponsors. So please stay with us.
Cedar Valley Services, located at the corner of Rose and Grove in Owatonna, provides an array of services for people with disabilities in Steele County. CVS thanks the entire community, especially our business customers, for supporting us in Owatonna for 43 years. Thank you from CVS.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. Here are your community announcements for today. Recycling collection from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, May 20th will be at Retrofit Companies at Hoffman Drive, the old Walmart building. Very popular day, I know, for many, many people. So put that on your calendar, and it'll be a place for you to bring all kinds of things, electronics and appliances and the like for recycling. And so keep that in mind, May 20th. The 2017 For the Paws Golf Tournament, hosted by Reggie's Brewhouse, benefiting the Steele County Humane Society. Also Saturday, May 20th at Brooktree Golf Course in Owatonna. Shotguns start at 2 p.m. Shotguns start at noon, at 12 noon. $200 per team, includes golf cart. Silent auction beer bash at Reggie's Brewhouse after the tournament is over. Steele County Historical Society will be hosting a vintage and perennial plant sale on Saturday, May 20th, 2017 at the Village of Yesterday Carriage House. The sale will be held from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and SCHS is accepting donations of vintage items and perennials for the sale. We will accept most vintage items such as antiquities, that would be antiques, dinnerware, furniture, and more. We will not accept clothing, books, magazines, or record albums. Call the SCHS office at 507-451-1420 to schedule an appointment for pickup or delivery of your items. And we have a free event, the Party in the Park, Saturday, May 20th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Manthe Park. It's National Kids to Park Day, and we're celebrating with a party in the park. Enjoy free activities at Manthe, take your turn at the bounce house, play nature, hunt bingo, and learn how to play pickleball. Fill up for lunch with Papa Murphy's Pizza and Kona Ice. Normal rates for pizza and Kona Ice. Come and celebrate with us. And thank you again. That's going to take care of it for those announcements. And please come back on Monday because we will have Leanne Kalpa, who is with Eat Well Nutrition Therapy, with us, and also Steele County Health Educator Jane Nyquist to talk about cycling. And so those are good ones to be here for. I hope you have a great weekend. See you back here on Monday.